Good day mates, welcome back. So, this is what's been happening with the StuG, the WERK 1/16 StuG build. I just cut my thumb on my craft knife and it's bleeding and sore. Anyway, I've done a bit on it, which I haven't filmed. Mainly because I knew I would be shouting and swearing and screaming and throwing things around and doing silly things like cutting my thumb. I've done some Zimmerit on the StuG, which is the waffle pattern, if you can make that out, on the front. On the back, I did that one on the side yesterday and I've already primed it, and you can see I've got my white fingerprints all over it again where I've been doing it today. And that side is done. It's nothing special. It's not meant to look super perfect, super tidy. I'll show you what I use for the waffle pattern, which I got from Dave Parker at AusF.G Modeler. He designs them all on his computer, 3D printed them and then sells them. Little waffle rollers with a roller pattern. The waffle pattern on a roller, that's a large one there. That's the one that I've mainly been using. I made the little copper handles myself. And there's a little teeny tiny one for getting in cunningly the teeny tiny little places. And I've used this for the Zimmerit purely because it was recommended by a couple of people, including Dave Parker himself. Recommended it. I don't know if it would have come out any different if I'd have used milliput, but that's what I used. It's a 2-part epoxy. Comes in little plastic bags like that. You just pinch a piece off of each, mix them together, and away you go. It's very fine. You just put it, all I did was put it on, spread it mainly with my fingers. Use these occasionally, plastic palette knives that I bought from Hobbycraft, and that one I used as well. Keep it wet, keep the rollers wet if you're going to buy them off of AusF.G Modeler. Keep them wet, keep the Magic Sculpt wet. Otherwise it will stick and it will just rip it all off, which is what I found out, and that's why there was a lot of shouting and swearing going on, and that's why I didn't particularly want to film it. So that's done on the lower hull anyway. Now, not only but also Dave Parker at AusF.G Modeler also has been busy sculpting, not sculpting, 3D designing, 3D printing some other aftermarket parts for the WERK StuG, which I have steamed into quite heavily and bought quite a few of them, even though they're pretty expensive, but they're really beautifully designed and made. So let's have a little looky at what we got. I can't even remember what I've got now. Oh yeah, this is the weather cover that goes between the back of the mantlet and the actual body of the tank. So I'll be using that. That's my airbrush compressor going, because I'm going to do a bit of brushing in a minute. So I've got that as well. Next up is the smoke grenade racks. I'm just pimping this baby up. I've spent a lot of money on it. Spent a lot of money pimping it. There they are. Really nicely done. Beautifully printed, beautifully smooth. There's the holders. And there's the other set of the ones that have already been fired, so you can mix and match them. You can use them all fired, you can use them all closed. One closed, the rest open, one open, the rest closed. Whatever you fancy. 6 of each, open and closed. That's those. Don't tell my missus I bought all this stuff, please. She's as good as gold. Next up is the stamped track guard supports. I don't know if it's historically accurate, but I like those better than the rounded ones, so I bought them, as you do, and this all comes like this. He's done a great job on them. There they are, 4 for each side. Obviously there's only 4 there, yes I know, there's only 4 there. There's another 4 in the box down there. So that's those. And yep, there's the other 4. What else have you got, John? I believe this is called a shock deflector that goes around the front of the cupola. That's one of the first things I think that he designed and printed. So I got that. Pimp my ride, baby. And I also got the Salcop, or top blender, whatever you want to call it. Pig's head. And that's a beauty. There's a little bit of surgery to do on the original gum breech and stuff when you do it, but it's a really nice piece. It's got a casting number on it as well, cast texture. That, my friends, is a thing of beauty. Now that's that. Oh, he's done loads of other stuff that you could buy, but I may or may not. Finally, I got this week. Is designed and printed an MG34. Beautiful. With the hollow cooling thing on it. You get 2. Comes in 2 pieces. There's the stock and the trigger and the handle. There's the barrel. Beautifully done. That is actually hollow. Those holes go all the way through. It's not an optical illusion. It's done a fantastic job. Really a fantastic job. Can't even see that bit, so I can't even tell you what that is, but that's another bit for it. Lord knows what it is, boy, but that's it. So that's those. Wow. I don't think how much I've spent. So I'm going to do a bit of stowage on the back as well. So these are meant for the metal remote control tanks that you can buy, and they're German Stahlhelm. German helmets made out of steel. They're heavy. So I'm going to stick a couple of those on the back with some other stowage that I've got and what I'm going to buy. And of course I'm going to attempt to make a stowage rack at the back. Oh, there's more, boys and girls. There is, of course, the obligatory bucket, which again was meant for RC tanks, and that's made out of metal, heavy. That'll be on the back. And got a little bit of stowage, an actual wooden box with rope handles, and the lid comes off, I believe, and inside, I don't know if they're real shells for a StuG, but I don't really care. They're not going to be seen, are they? Maybe I'll leave the lid off like that so they can be seen, who knows. But that is made out of wood, real wood, with rope handles. So that's that. And of course the lid doesn't go back on, does it? Yeah, it does. Yeah, it does. There it goes. I think that's made for RC tanks as well. I think, if I'm not mistaken, oh, those are the leftover. You get quite a few leftover track links and guide horns, so I might use them for either put them as spare track on the back or make track armour on the front. I think that's it, boys and girls. That's as far as me pimping goes. That's pretty much it for the pimping side at the moment, unless he brings out anything else that's spectacular. I think I've got a 116 Commander on order, but I can't remember. I ordered it the other night when I was almost falling asleep through tiredness. So I'll have to check my emails, but I think I ordered it. Anyway, let's put this puppy away for now and show you what else I've done. I don't want to touch the Zimmerit that I've put on or damage it like I'm going to do there if I leave it like that. So let's put it in there like that. So, what else have you done, John, I hear you say? Well, he puts on his glasses because he likes to try to look intelligent. What I've also done is finish the wheels off and the return rollers. So they're all built and made, and what I did is sprayed them rubber black first, and then just gave them a little misting of blue, because rubber is not really black, is it? It's a little bit bluish, I reckon. So I've just gave them a little misting of blue. Some are a little bit bluer than others, some are a little bit less than others. There's a little bit of blue on them, so they're the return rollers. These are the wheels, running gear, wheels, whatever you want to call them. So there's 4 parts to each one, a front, a back, and the 2 bits there that represent the rubber. And if you look closely, you can see, I'll put my light on so I can see myself. Yeah, you might not be able to make it out now I've painted them, but Continental, or Continental, wherever you want to pronounce it, is written around the rim of every one. So they're the running gear again. sprayed with rubber black, misted with a bit of blue. Just makes it a little bit more interesting, I think. So my next plan of action is to spray them, get them done and out of the way, and what I'm going to use is this, which is in the instruction manual, and I've decided I'm going to go for that paint scheme, that. So this is RAL 7028 Dunkelgelb Mid-War. That's from MIG. I'm going to spray that. Let's turn that off. I'm going to spray that. 7028 Dunkelgelb. So I've got a few of those. I've got 3 of those there because it's a big old puppy. And I'm going to spray. I know some people make elaborate masks, etc, etc, but I'm just going to use the old trusty ring stencil, which is what I've used on all of them. So let's have a little looky and see how we get on. So this is where we are. That's my weapon of choice. I've just done one. It's very light, but it will go down when I put a filter on it. I'm going to use the colours that it says on there rather than wing it myself. I have got other Dunkelgelbs, but I want to use that. So there's another one down. Stick the template. I've got these little wheels here to hold the template so it's nice and straight. Stick it over the wheel. A little bit of spray. Turn it round because it's a bit awkward to get the full coverage. Put the little circle template over it again. Spray. Getting them corners. Haha, corners on a circle. Work that one out. And then you can always just do a little bit of touching uppage if that is what you desire. Here we go again. A bit of sprayage. Turn it round. Template back on. Spray. Don't worry about a bit of overspray because that can be touched up. Plus it's going to have a bit of dust on it, isn't it? You get the general idea. It's quite a nice colour, I quite like that. So I'll finish these off and then we'll start on the big boys. Okay, so that's the first of the big wheels done. And the road wheels. Stick it on there, stick that on there. Try to centre it up. Turn it around. It's all pretty easy stuff. Just get it lined up as best as you can. Another little turn. Another little template on. That's it. Another road wheel done. That's about it. I've got all these to do. I won't bore you with all that. So I'll crack on with it and we'll have a look at the end. Right, that's the running gear done. I'm pleased with that. I like that colour. Obviously it's going to tone down when I put some filters on it and washes and what have you. But I'm happy with that. Running gear done. Done, done, done and dusted. Right, so thanks for watching. If anyone's watched this, I appreciate it. And it's been quite a productive day for me anyway at the bench today. I've done quite a bit. I've done the Zimmerit on the lower hole of the 116 StuG. I've done a little bit on the Panther for the John Moore scale model group build. I've unboxed the Vietnam quad gun truck for the Jeff's model garage group build. I've had a look at all the sprues. So it's been quite a productive day. So I'm going to spend the next 20 minutes cleaning my airbrush. And I'll speak to you all soon. Thanks for watching. Bye.